All right, here we are trying a whole new streaming service. So I have clicked go live and we will see how StreamYard does for Jenny J. Hi, everybody. I know I have 8 people on right now. I know. I hear that. All right. I have 6 live viewers. If anybody can hear me or see me, give me a thumbs up. Stream. I like to stream away. Hey, Critter. How you doing? So, Critter, I'm using StreamYard for the first time ever. I've always only used YouTube Live, and so I'm using StreamYard tonight just to see how that works. And Wayno, good evening. Good to see you. You can't see me. Okay. So Critter, since you're on and commenting, can you see me? I'll wait for. Hi, Michael. Hi, Steven. The crew's all here. Loud and clear. Okay, awesome. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad it seems to be working. So cool. Wonderful. Reloader 762 is here and can see. Steven can see. Gary can see. Awesome. Yay. Okay. Well, I just, I've never used this before. And I actually reached out to one of my subscribers and said, hey, would you be interested in doing a live with me at some point? And he said, yes. So he said, well, are you going to use StreamYard? And I said, I don't know what that is. So I had to look it up. And of course there are, endless possibilities for streaming services. And I decided, you know what, tonight, instead of standing behind the table, I was just going to switch things up. And here I am, just taking it easy, sitting down here. Oh, Porky552. Howdy back from Missouri. Good to see you. I just love seeing all of the familiar names, the J crew. So it's so awesome to see everybody. So anyway, I've had a lot of people ask about the cups, and I did, evening, Tim, good to see you. I did get the cups ordered, so they are supposed to be done Friday. So if you want a cup, let me know. Just in case you missed it, these are the cups. Jenny J, 1911. Beautiful, right? Who wouldn't want a cup with a 1911? Obviously, I cannot use this cup at school. And then here's the other side. Don't know how clear it'll be, but it's that awesome breakaway of the 1911. So, so anyway, we'll have those on Friday, and I will start sending those out to people. So, Critter, you spent a year in St. Louis. That's crazy. What were you doing in St. Louis, Critter? That's really cool. I actually really love this area. It's so cool. We have so many places to go hiking and climbing and all of that. And it's just, and of course, endless amounts of shooting. We've got a gazillion shooting ranges and gun shops here. So, and, being that this state is constitutional carry state and has been for a while, everybody seems to be jumping on that trend now. Thank goodness. That's great news. So it was kind of nice to come to a state that's, when before I lived here, I lived in West Lafayette, Indiana. And West Lafayette's a nice place to be, but they have Purdue. And so it's a very different atmosphere there because it's college town. So yeah. Oh, Chesterfield. Critter, you worked in Chesterfield. That's awesome. Yeah, Chesterfield's a very nice area, suburb of St. Louis. So let's see. Todd's here and Affordable Armory, my buddy from Affordable Armory. So oh, okay, Stephen, you were around Independence, Missouri. Okay. So, I mean, Missouri's just a really beautiful place, you know. For Whittel, no longer business, jerk bought the mouth. That always seems to happen, Critter, doesn't it? People that don't know how to run the business and then they run it in the ground. So, yeah. So, okay. So we got the cups ordered, and just send me an email about that if you want one, if you want to jump on that. If you miss it this time, don't worry. The guy that does the cups for me, my laser engraver, he said, like, you know, he's like, I can do however many you need at a time. Just let me know. So, you know, if you miss it now, it's okay. I can always order more. So, so this weekend we will be going to, a wonderful weekend of camping and shooting. I'm so excited. I'm going to get to shoot outdoors. I'm going to get to do some plinking on some steel. I am just thrilled because other than I did a silhouette league at Ultimate Defense about a month ago, and that was a lot of fun. I used a Browning Buckmark 22, and it, you know, I didn't have any sights or anything on it like that. And some of these guys came into this league and they were completely like tricked out. They had all kinds of sights and everything to be able to, you know, see all of those little teeny tiny targets that they sure look a lot bigger when you're not looking down the sights of your gun. So once you're looking down the sights of your gun, those targets shrink. I swear they do. So, but it was a lot of fun, and, you know, just getting to even hit that steel was a lot of fun. So to be outside and do it, and I think the weather should be nice this weekend, and, you know, it'll be a good weekend to go camping. You know, I like being outside, especially before the bugs hit. We won't have any mosquito problems yet, or tick problems, or anything like that. Maybe a few spiders here and there, which aren't my favorite, but it's okay. But, you know, like, actually, I think that we're going to sleep with the windows open tonight because it's been really beautiful here today. It was almost 70 degrees, and I just love having that fresh air. And, you know, of course, it gets too hot at a certain point, and then you don't want to sleep with windows open if you have air conditioning, especially. So let's see. I'm going to go to my comments here. Oh, no. Affordable. Oh, man, I tell you what. So he said that he just got disconnected. He made a joke on my YouTube announcement earlier where I said I was going to go live. And I said, BYOIC for bring your own ice cream, because, you know, the other night I talked about having Ben and Jerry's. And so I thought, okay, everybody, you know, show up with your ice cream. And so, so Affordable Armory said, well, BYOC, does that, you know, bring your own internet connection? He was trying to guess what IC meant. And then it hit him. I was talking about ice cream. So, so yeah, unfortunately you lost your internet connection, huh? Let's see. Critter, too damn humid and green, had to get back to Texas. You needed some drier air, huh? All right, Mark, you spent the first 28 years of your life in Jonesburg, Missouri, 60 miles east of St. Louis. Is that east of St. Louis would be Illinois? So I'm wondering if you mean west, because I don't know Missouri that well yet, and you know, I'm still kind of a new little transplant here, so I'm still learning the geography of Missouri. But so that's pretty cool, though. Jonesburg, Missouri. I'm sure it's one of those awesome little Missouri towns. Let's see, Walter. Hey, Walter, you were doing exactly what I was doing a little bit ago. So, yep, we've got this whole box back here of freshly loaded 38 specials. This is that's what I was doing earlier tonight. We have a whole nice box to take with us this weekend when we go out to the outdoor range to go shoot, and we're going to shoot some videos this weekend so we can have a little bit of outdoor shooting on our YouTube channel here, and for you all to be able to see and laugh when I miss the targets, because I'm no Hickok 45. I'm sure I'm going to miss a lot. So we'll see. So Walter just got finished loading some ammo for his new revolver, and that's pretty cool. And yep, Walter, Mr. Bunning, everybody's doing okay. I had a great last 2 days at school, and the week's kind of been slow, mostly because, I have something that I want to do this weekend. So of course that always makes it go a little bit slower. Let's see. Trash Man just got his new PPQ. Oh boy. Well, Trash Man, I really hope that you don't have to do a whole lot of breaking in. If it's brand new and straight out of the box, I guess my recommendation, just from the trouble I had with my Ronin EMP. So the one thing that we did find with that was that when we brought it home, we took it from the shop, from the gun shop where we got it, took it out to the range and shot it. And that's when I had all the jams and the stovepipes and all the problems, the feed issues. So we brought it home, we field stripped it completely, just scraped that thing down. I mean, it was pretty gunked up, and all we could figure was it was factory grease, and like it seemed like dust had settled into all of the oil that they had put on it, and it just was kind of gummy. So my advice, I guess, would be, Trash Man, is to just make sure it's clean and oiled before you take it out and shoot it the first time. And I mean, it's a PPQ. I can't imagine you'd have any trouble with it. I've always heard good things. I've never actually shot a Walther, but I know that, they're supposed to be pretty reliable. So I can't wait to hear how it does for you. Let's see. So, oh man, Michael Alsop, I am terribly jealous of you. Terribly jealous. You have a range in your backyard. That is what I would not give for a range in my backyard. But I've told you all how, I grew up on a farm, and I really wish I had that land right now to be able to shoot, because, we had some natural gullies in our field, in the back field. We had 40 acres, and just would have been perfect for setting up an outdoor shooting range. So, Critter, it was 95 there today. No, that's a little too much. I don't know. Steven, oh, that's right. Steven, you're in Utah, because I said I'd come out and go climbing out there sometime. It's too cold to open your windows. So you must be in the more northern part of Utah, because I would think Utah would be warmer, but that's crazy. Yeah. Okay, Mark, that makes more sense. Yeah. West of St. Louis. That's what I was thinking. Rolando, best ribs ever. I will say this. The St. Louis area has, and probably a lot of Missouri actually has, amazing barbecue. I never knew, living in Indiana, what I was missing with the barbecue scene. I mean, oh my gosh, it doesn't matter. You drive 5 miles here and you're going to find another barbecue place, and it's great barbecue. I haven't been disappointed in a single barbecue place that I've gone here. There is a place in Soulard. I think my favorite barbecue that I've had so far is a place in Soulard called Bogart's. And Soulard is in St. Louis. It's a very historic neighborhood. So anybody that's into like the American Revolution and that period of history, that's actually when that area of the city was started. And those buildings, they've got some brick buildings down there that look very colonial. I mean, there are a lot of buildings that make me feel like I'm in colonial Williamsburg down there. So it's a really neat area of the city. Also an area where you'd want to carry, unfortunately. Like that's one of those places where you don't want to be out after dark either. So, but we did go to Bogart's there and it was fabulous. They have these baked beans that are so delicious. And so if you ever get a chance to go to Bogart's and Soulard, they're owned by the same people that own Pappy's, which is also in St. Louis, which is also barbecue. So yeah, don't get me started on the barbecue. So let's see. Oh, okay, Mark. So it's right on Interstate 70. Okay. Michael, great question. We are tent camping. No rock climbing planned. I hate to say this, but you all know how I fell a couple of weeks ago. My hand is still a little bummed up and I don't think I'd be ready to climb yet. So, kind of stinks because, I love to climb but I would not be able to hang off my left hand right now. So sadly, but little things keep kind of jarring my thumb back loose again. At least most of the click in that thumb is gone. It was clicking for a long time. I had gone to see the athletic trainer actually at my school, and he did a lot of like mobility tests on it just to see what was wrong. And he said, yeah, it is sprained. And he said, you've definitely hurt some tendons in there. And he said, could take several weeks, just take it easy. Well, I've been trying to take it easy with the exception of shooting. And, my right hand's my strong hand. So I've been still pretty babying it a little bit and being very careful with the reloading and all of that stuff. So, and I mean, loading my magazines, not the reloading, because I'm just using my right hand for that. But yeah, I'll do little things like I'll just accidentally hit it like on my steering wheel while I'm driving. I drive a stick shift. And so that makes it kind of hard because I'm shifting with my right hand and driving in the city, driving on the highway, you're shifting very frequently. And so that means I'm steering with my left hand and I keep hitting that thumb on things and just bending it the wrong way. So no climbing, unfortunately, this weekend. Not ready for that yet, but we will have the opportunity to go caving. There are some caves where we're going. So I haven't been to a cave since I went to Carlsbad Caverns. And that was, I want to say I was 12. And since I'm 45 now, yeah, I was 33 years old. 33 years old. Yeah, it was 33 years ago. So it's been a while, but that'll be fun. The place where we're going, they do have some like what I would call extreme caving, where you have to basically I saw that they have like a 12 by 18 crack that you have to basically army crawl all the way through. I saw some video of that and I said, nope, that's where I draw the line. I can't. So it would be too much. I would be way too claustrophobic. Getting an MRI is bad enough. I don't think I want to be caught in a space that big in a cave. So I'll leave that up to somebody else that's way braver than me. Let's see. Oh, wow. A group of you building houses together and you built the outdoor range first. Well, priorities, of course. That's really cool. A range for the kids. That is awesome. Those are some lucky kids. Been down to Lambert's yet. Tim, I don't know what Lambert's is, so I haven't been there because I don't know what it is. but you'll have to drop that in the chat and let me know. Michael, yay, you caught a live episode. That's awesome. Let's see. I knew the man who is the only barbecue place that smokes the meat outside. I wonder who that was. Reese, the Hellcat Pro. Yeah, so Reese, the Hellcat Pro is definitely going with me this weekend. And yeah, I'm gonna see if I can make it purr, because I am so excited. I've taken it now to the range twice and shot it. It's just a fun little gun that feels like a big gun. So that's pretty cool. And I cannot wait. We have gobs and gobs of 9mm ammo to take. And so I will be definitely running some through that. And of course, I will have to update you all and let you know how she runs. After getting some more rounds through her. I think we've got, I don't know, close to 300 rounds through her now, and so far so good. So let's see. Gary just finished loading 357 SIG. Oh, you know what? I mean, yeah, my machine is fancy-ish. I mean, but a hand press or single press, it all gets the same job done. So the bottom line is you get to tailor your ammo to your specifications. You get to have complete control over what you are loading, how you are loading, when you're loading, and how much you're loading. So, and nobody knows but you and your press. So that's very important. Let's see. I do have to say, I don't see him on here, but Rick Rossetti, the gentleman who won the cup from the drawing the other day, he commented on one of my videos and asked what my SIG was, my 1911. And he said he looked all over and couldn't find it anywhere. So I am going to say it here. This is especially for Rick Rossetti. My SIG is an A1. So it's 45 ACP. It's an A1, and hopefully that helps you find it a little better. When I look online for A1s, there are all kinds of options even still on that. So now when I bought it, I got it used. I can't say, I don't know exactly what year it was made or anything. I'm assuming it's only a few years old. So, but yeah, it runs like a dream. Just absolutely amazing piece of equipment. Let's see. Set me up a plate of ribs and 2 beers every time I swung by to pick up the wife. Critter, your wife, right? Not the rib guy's wife, right? I can't imagine he'd give you ribs if that was the case. But you have to remember what this place is called. I don't know. We'll go check it out, and I'll say, hey, do you remember this guy that you gave ribs and 2 beers to? Because, I'm his replacement. Let's see. So what else? Yeah, Rolando, you say you've never had any problems with an M&P. Only had problems with, oh wow, 2 of the 3 of your 320s. Stovepipes were common. Oh wow, okay. That's cool. It's good that it worked out, I guess, Let's see. Trying to look here. See if I want to make sure. Reese, are we making you hungry, Reese? Steven, you miss a manual car? Yeah, you know what? My first car that I drove was a Chevy S10. Until I totaled it, I was a junior in high school and I was coming home. I worked at Kmart as a 16, 17-year-old. That was my part-time job, worked at Kmart. And, there are probably kids now that don't know what Kmart was, but probably everybody here has heard of Kmart. But that's where I used to work. And I came home from work one night. It was a Friday night, and I hit some ice, and I wrapped my poor little Chevy S10 around some trees. I went down an embankment, wrapped it around some trees. Fortunately, I was only about, I'd say, a quarter of a mile from home. So after I got reoriented, I got out of my truck and I ran up the embankment, found the road, ran, and I got my bearings about me and realized, okay, that way is home. So ran toward home, and it was about 10:30 on a Friday night by this time. Ran through the door. My mom was sitting there on the computer, and she looks up at me and she says, "What did you do?" And I apparently had blood running out of my mouth because I bit my tongue as I went down the embankment. And I said, "I wrecked my truck." And she said, "Well, my dad worked second shift at the time." She said, "Dad will be off in a little bit. When he gets home, he'll grab the tractor and go down and he'll hook it up and get your truck out of the ditch." And I said, "No, it's a little worse than that." Well, about that time, the EMS pulled into our driveway. So at the top of this embankment, actually, it's where the Conservation League is at that I've told you guys about. At the top of this embankment, my chemistry teacher, my high school chemistry teacher, lived, and she was the caretaker at the conservation farm. She had seen the headlights down there because I'd left the headlights on the truck when I left, and she saw them down there, went down, realized it was my truck, and called the MS and said, "I can't find her anywhere." The MS, then she told them where I lived, obviously, and they came and picked me up at my house and took me to the emergency room. So I was fine, just a little, thrown by it. But of course, my mother, in her insightful wisdom, made me drive immediately after that so that I wasn't scared. Thank goodness she did that, because I might have been too scared to drive if I had waited too long. So let's see. I'm gonna go through here. Okay. Michael asks another great question. Actually, this was something I was going to talk about. Any difficulty getting primers out here? So we actually did just get some primers today. We went to a place in New London, Missouri, and it is called Salt River Outpost. And they had primers. They had small pistol primers. They had small Magnum primers, right? And I don't know if they had any large pistol, but they did have primers. So yeah, if any of you are near New London, Missouri, check out Salt River Outpost. I had to write their name down if it looks like I'm looking at a note, because for some reason I can't remember. I can never remember. I always want to say Salt River Outfield or something. I can't remember the word outpost. So I figure I'll just write it down so I make sure and get it right, because we do appreciate that they have primers every time we go out there. So that's one place to check out. So let's see, get back to my comments here. Okay. So many comments. I love how affordable armory. I don't think it's Reese's. I think he's Reese. No peanut butter cups. Although maybe, I don't know. If he is Reese's peanut butter cups, he'd be my new best friend. So Kmart and Sears kaput. Yes, exactly, Reese. Yep. Miss Kmart, good guns on it. You know what? I did not work. That is true. I think they did have guns and ammo back then, Wayne. There was one night that I was working at Kmart, and I remember this. They had deer scent. They had jugs of deer scent there, and somebody knocked one over and it cracked and it like spilled everywhere in the store. And so one of the other guys that worked there got the bright idea. He went and got a big thing of laundry detergent and dumped that all over it. And it was just a mess, and it smelled horrible. Obviously, it just stunk up the whole store. So that was not my department. Yeah, exactly. When moms were moms, that's true. Let's see. Michael. Ooh, I love that question. What is the one handgun I would purchase if I had a blank check? Oh. Well, gosh, that is a great question. And I have a wish list a mile long. But if I had a blank check, obviously I'd have to probably go for one of the more expensive ones. I mean, I really love the bowls. I love the things that Bull Armory puts out because, they're just gorgeous. I'm also I really want a CZ Shadow 2 with the blue handle. I just love those. Love how they feel in my hand. Can't afford one right now. But they're just, and see, I've talked about how I want to start trying competition shooting. I know that that's what I need. So, probably be a CZ Shadow 2 but of course that would be with all the extra bells and whistles to put on it so that I could, do some good comp shooting, give me a little leg up. So that's a great question. Thank you for asking that. Now I'll go to bed dreaming about all the different guns. I also really still want the Mark IV Light. I don't know what it is about those. I think because they kind of look like space guns to me. I don't know. There's something about those two. And I don't usually go for light guns. So I can't say why else I really want it. 22s are fun to shoot. I love shooting a 22 because, just feels like a toy gun. But I don't know. Usually I prefer the heavy ones, but that's another one I'd like. So, but that's not as expensive as the Shadow 2. So I would probably pick that, or maybe even a staccato P. That'd be nice. Yeah, I could go on and on. There are lots on my list. So might even add some revolvers in there because, I've recently gotten into the revolvers and love shooting those. So, let's see here. I'm going to go back to my comments. What are we paying for primers? It's about $12. I would say it works out to be about 8 to 12 cents per primer here. It just depends on where and when we get them. The problem is that the shops here are not able to get them in bulk right now. So they're having to charge more because they're having to pay the hazmat fee because they're not having as many shipped in. So that's part of the problem with that. But, I'm still happy with $12 per 100 because, like I said, there is that one place here that has 100 for $20, which, yeah, that's a little steep. So, let's see. The peanut butter cups are Reese's. Exactly. Exactly. Which are some of my favorite candies. Anything chocolate and peanut butter is right up my alley. Puppy chow. Love puppy chow. Yeah, exactly. Deer urine plus Tide. Dear God. That's what we were all saying too. That's why it was so memorable. It was so bad. Let's see. Oh, Michael. So Michael's been powder coating, and you say that's a game changer. That's awesome. I mean, that's kind of our next step. We've been watching videos on how to do that, and we definitely want to try that. So, Reese is a CZ fanboy. Yeah, and Reese, you say that about the Canik. I've heard a lot of good things about Caniks. I actually shot one. One of my instructors has one that he let us borrow the other day, and it was fine. Like it was good to shoot. So we really it was easy. It was an easy shooting gun, I would say. Bombshell! So glad you made it. Bombshell's here. Now the party can start for real, right, Bombshell? Let's see. So Bombshell, you got a boatload of primers for 4 cents. Oh man. Um, so Critter, is Kunin not in business anymore? Because somebody actually just recommended a Kunin gun and I looked them up and they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful, beautiful firearms. Let's see. Yeah, we have to keep our cash just in case the primers are more expensive, right? Yeah, Critter. I think Critter, you have 1911s, right? Don't you already have some 1911s? I mean, I'd be surprised if you didn't. Wilson Combat, yeah, that's true. Actually, one of my magazines for my SIG 1911, the 45 ACP has a Wilson Combat magazine, and it's my favorite magazine. So, a Nighthawk. Oh, maybe that might be a good suggestion. That's actually that would be a good one. Let's see. So okay, I was actually wanted to say one thing I forgot to say in my video the other day about my Hellcat Pro. I wanted to give a little shout out to the place where I actually got it. There is a little teeny tiny shop in O'Fallon, Missouri called M&M, like the candy. But they don't have M&Ms there that I've seen. But everybody there is so, so nice. And we've been into this shop many, many times. And they always remember us when we go in. In fact, that was the shop where we went and we asked them one time, have you ever had a bull? Anything from Bull here? And they said, no, but we have ordered one and it should be here like in 2 days. They said, check back in a couple of days. So we went back a couple of days later and they had the bull. And that's where we actually got to hold the bull. And it was gorgeous. It was absolutely perfect. And I can only imagine it shot as well because, it was a 1911 and just very, very well made, it looked like. So, so anyway, this M&M shop, they're actually building a new facility in St. Peter's. And they're projecting that they'll have that done this summer, like around June. But they were so amazing. I went in there on Friday night and they had said earlier in the week, well, we had asked about the Hellcat Pro and they said, well, we're supposed to get one in on Friday, check back on Friday. So we go in there, they close at 6. We go in there at about 5:15 Friday night. And they said, we were like, did you get the Hellcat Pro in? And they said, yep, just put it in the case 5 minutes ago. So they pulled it out, handed it to me. And I was like, this is a game changer because you all know I had those 3 other guns on my list that I was, baiting you all with to see if you could guess. And I will tell you that it was going to be the P10S. That was actually what I was going to get. I was going to get the P10S. But then when I saw this Hellcat Pro, I was like, And I love the fact that it has a 15 round magazine. Actually comes with 2 magazines. So 15 rounds, 15 plus 1. So you've got to figure you've got 32 easy rounds right there if that's the way you do it. And I was like, that's a game changer. So I said, well, I'm really interested in this. I said, what time do you open in the morning? And they said 9 o'clock. And I said, okay, we'll be back. So they put my name on the box. They said, we're going to put this away with your name on it so that it doesn't walk away with somebody else. And, if you want it, come back tomorrow and let us know. Well, of course I went back Saturday morning. I was in there by 10 o'clock and got that. And yep. I'm so grateful that A, they had gotten that in, B, they set it back for me. And yeah, I'm just having so much fun. I'll have to go out there sometime this week and let them know how much I'm enjoying it, so that they, made a good choice of bringing that into their shop. Let's see here. 750 45 ACPs loaded. Ooh. Okay, nice. That's awesome. Let's see. So we do not load hollow points. We've only loaded round nose and flat nose bullets, no hollow points. I don't know. I do have to say, I still buy factory ammo just to keep for my defensive ammo for my carry gun and my bedside gun. I just feel like, that way I know exactly what that's supposed to do, So yeah. Ooh, wow. Bob Shell, you just ran 1,000 hollow point 45 ACP yesterday. That's pretty impressive. So I'm just wondering, I wanted to ask one question of you all and just throw a comment into the chat box real quick. I'm just kind of curious. An informal survey, let's call it. What is your favorite caliber to shoot? I'm just wondering because, the possibilities are endless. And of course, it depends too on if you like to shoot a revolver or a rifle or whatever. Tell me what your favorite caliber is. And I will say I still am partial to 45 ACP. I don't know. There's just something about it. I just like it. I like the feel of it and just enjoy shooting that. Maybe it's just because I like my SIG so much. I don't know. Let's see. So, okay. 9mm, 10. I haven't gotten to shoot a 10, Dale. I've always wanted to shoot a 10 and a 40. I've never gotten to shoot a 40, and I'd like to try. And Steven, you've got a 40. Okay, good. 45. Let's see. 45 revolver. Okay. 38 long Colt black powder. There you go. Walter, Mr. Bunning, 45 ACP. I'm right there with you, buddy. Reese, you buy factory ammo for your carry gun. Yeah. Yes. That's a great point too. Reese, that's a really great point. No attorney can talk about your reloaded ammo. Yep. Let's see. Okay, 7.62 by 39. Okay, 44 mag for your Ruger Red Hawk. Yes. Okay. I hear you. 357 and 41 mag, 45 ACP. Yeah, good. That's awesome. I'm kind of surprised nobody said 22. I mean, nobody just wants to shoot a 22 once in a while. I guess if it's your favorite, if you had to pick one, poor little 22s get left out all the time, don't they? So, all right. Well, anyway, I am going to sign off. It is 9:15 here. It's 10:15 for my Eastern time zone friends. And of course, the people out in Texas and Utah, you still have, well, actually, Texas, you might be on Central time zone with me. I'm not sure. So yeah, but anyway, it's time for me to go to bed before I turn into a pumpkin. And my students like it when I have a full night's sleep the night before I come and teach, because then I'm less grumpy. So, so anyway, Mustafa, hello from Connecticut. Thank you. Hello from Missouri. So yes, it was wonderful to see all of you, and thanks for just hanging out while I talk about nothing and just, have some camaraderie with people of like mind. It's just amazing. Hey, I just want to tell you, don't know where I'm going to check my phone here real quick, give you some exact numbers before we sign off. I have 1,471 subscribers right now on YouTube. And yeah, so 1,471 people have said, sure, we'll watch your videos. So please, please pass this along if you know of anybody that would have any interest. I did get an email from a subscriber that said that I'm doing a really cool thing, especially for the female contingent of the shooting sport. And it made me start thinking, like, you know, I see a lot of females around here shooting, so I don't think about it so much, but I'm sure in other areas there are very few females that shoot. And so I would like to really start encouraging more women to try the shooting sports because it's amazing. It's amazing. It's just, it's a, I don't know, brotherhood slash sisterhood that just is a really, really wonderful thing to be a part of. And I just look forward to, you know, going on this journey, especially with all of you guys. And I appreciate all of you. So make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. And let's help get this boosted up so we can get our message out there. And I hope you all have a great night. And I will talk with you all again soon.